University, making their first appearance in the round of 8. From the far left, we have student athletes Isabella Slim, Brianna Brittney Sykes, Brianna Butler, Alexis Peterson, and head coach Quentin Hillsman. Again, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we're going to take questions for the student athletes. Coach?
Well, it's good to be back here, obviously playing tomorrow, and that was our goal coming into this round, is to make sure that we got to Sunday. So we're very pleased that we have reached our first goal. But obviously, our ultimate goal is to win us going to the Final Four. So we're very happy for the opportunity. I thought that yesterday our kids really just fought hard to get back into that game, and we had a specific game plan, and they followed it down to the second left on the clock. And I was just really happy for our focus, for our trust in our system, and just for us just doing everything we had to do to win the basketball game. Obviously, we played a very good team last night, and they came up a little short, but they really played hard, and they really pushed us, man, to be a better basketball team and to play really hard. But we're always happy to be here, and we understand what's ahead. Tennessee is obviously a great basketball team, and played them earlier during the year, and they already beat us, so we understand, what we need to do to try to come out on top of that game. So we're excited for the game tomorrow.
Questions from the media for the student athletes. Let's start in the second row here. Again, name and affiliation, please.
Hi, Lindsey Kramer from the Syracuse Post-Standard. This question is for Brittney and Alexis. When you look at the results here last night and the results on the other side of the bracket in Lexington, that side of the bracket leading into the Final Four, into the finals, really opened up as far as upsets and lower seeded teams still being alive. What do you think that says about the women's college basketball in general and SU's place right now in particular for Brittney and Alexis?
I'll go first. I think it says a lot, for the longest, you don't really see too many upsets. But I think this is why we play the game, because on any given night, anyone can be beat. And, teams know what they're fighting for this time of year. And that's why you come out and, you got to stick to what you know and what your game plan is. And, ultimately, we got the upset, and as well as the other side of the bracket.
Just as Lex said, it's just that time of the year, and a lot of teams are fighting to keep playing, and you have a lot of seniors on your team, or you may not have seniors, but I know for us as Syracuse women's basketball, we have a lot of seniors, and we want to make sure we send them off the right way and have a very memorable season.
We have a question down in front.
John Adams, Knoxville News Sentinel. Brianna Butler, you didn't have a great game shooting against Tennessee when you guys played in Knoxville. Was that just an off game for you, or were you bothered at all by the length they have? A lot of teams seem to be affected on the perimeter by their tall players.
I would just say that it was a pretty off shooting night, but it doesn't, with Syracuse, it doesn't really depend on just one player. You can have any person come in and step up huge for us, and I just think that speaks volumes for our team.
Question in the third row.
Kate Sweeting, Time Warner Cable News. This is for Alexis and Brittney. I mean, now that you guys have had a night to decompress, what's the biggest takeaway you can take from last night's comeback win?
I think we can take away that, we really are a team and we really are a unit. And, we've been faced with a lot of adversity. And I think we just took away from that, if we stick together and we keep believing in each other, that, we can do some pretty great things.
Again, just as Lex said, and also, we're just showing the world what we believed in ourselves this whole entire season, that we're a great team and we can pull those type of upsets and, prove to people that we are a great team.
Let's go down in front here again.
John Adams, Knoxville News Sentinel. Brianna, you did a great job against South Carolina's big, tall post players who've intimidated a lot of teams this year. Just speak to how well you played and what you were able to do against them.
I just think just matching their physicality. They are a lot bigger than I am personally, but that doesn't matter. You just got to go out there and play hard regardless, because if you feel intimidated, you're going to play that way. You just got to play as big as they are. And like I said, I have a big heart, so that's how I play.
We got one in the third row again.
Kate Sweeting, Time Warner Cable News. This is for Brianna Butler. Syracuse Nation really showed up, and obviously the atmosphere was so big last night. But I talked to a couple fans that said they drove 20 hours to be at that game. What does it mean to you personally that so many people did come out to Sioux Falls to see you guys play and support you?
I think that it's huge for us. This is a long way from Syracuse. It's a long way from wherever they're from. So for them to come out here and support us, speaks volumes about our success, about our program, and we really appreciate their support.
Third row again.
Mario Sacco, WSYR, Syracuse. Brittney, you guys are the only team in the nation to have a men's and women's team in the Elite Eight. What's that like?
It's great. We were texting our boys. We were watching the game, in our rooms and yelling and screaming. You can hear us all up and down the halls cheering for them. It just speaks to Syracuse basketball, period. It's a great program to be a part of, and we're so happy for our boys. They deserve it, and we deserve to be here. So we're just showing the world, that, again, we both are really great teams, and, hopefully we both get to the Final Four and set some more history.
We have one in the second row.
Hi, Lindsey Kramer again from Syracuse. Brittney, Coach Q told a story last night, I assume true, his very first game at SU, his exhibition game, they lost in overtime. He said, this is really too hard. I can't do this forever. I'm quitting right now. I know you weren't around 10 years ago, but you've known him quite a long time. Just some of your thoughts about his personality, and can you see him after that first game just throwing up his hands and saying, I'm out of here, and then bouncing back and now bringing your team to the Elite Eight?
Oh yeah, our coach is really a character, and we love him, and he was telling us yesterday, he wants the best for us, and you can really see that through how he, coaches us and how he really cares about us. And at the end of the day, he's always going to take care of us. We're like his daughters, and we just really appreciate, the things that he's done for us on and off the court. So, that's why we play so hard, and it goes through him. He has a lot of confidence in us, and we show that on the court because nobody else believed that we would be here right now but us and him. So we play our hearts out.
We have a question in the fourth row on the right there.
Paul Schwelson, the Daily Orange. For Brittney, what do you remember about the first game versus Tennessee, and maybe what has changed throughout the season to allow your team to pull out the games late rather than give up opportunities?
Well, it was our second game of the season, so some can say that we were still a little rusty. We were trying to find our groove of things, and so was Tennessee. But as the games go on throughout the season, you kind of find your flow, and I think we did that throughout our season after that loss. And I just think remembering from that game, we just have to do what we do: pressure teams, make shots, turn them over, and just play our game. Honestly.
Way back on the right.
Brian Higgins, QSTV. This is for Isabella. Bella, what's the reaction you've gotten from back home in the Netherlands right now?
I actually got most of the reaction this morning because that's when they woke up, and I got a lot of reaction last night because they all watched the game at home. They're just really proud of me and just excited for our team. They've been watching us all season and these past couple of seasons, and they know what we've been doing and what we've been working on. So they're just really excited and really proud.
Question over here on the left, third row.
Alexis, apart from the fact that you won the game yesterday, has there been anything distinctive about your visit here to Sioux Falls? I'm guessing you didn't know too much about the community or the arena prior to showing up here.
Well, the hospitality here has been great. Our hotel staff, they've really embraced us. They welcomed us with warm arms, and they've accommodated us to no end. And they've really been great for us. They supported us. They congratulated us when we, arrived back to the hotel. So it's been a great stay so far in Sioux Falls.
One down. Oh, let's take one back there. Sorry, one back there, and then we'll come back to you, John.
Yeah, Eric Olson with the Associated Press. This is for Brianna Day and Isabella. With the Tennessee last night, Mercedes Russell and Bashara Graves, really had a couple pretty good games. How difficult is that for you guys to work against them inside? And I guess what would you do differently, if anything, compared with the first time around against them?
I just feel that we just got to play hard and match our physicality, match their physicality. We're just going to do what we do. follow our game plan, play our scheme, and just play hard. I mean, it's difficult for them and us because they have good players and we have good players. So, I mean, I don't see much of a difficult thing there, you know.
Yeah, I agree with Brianna. We just have to play hard, be physical with them, and be aggressive.
We had one down in front here.
John Adams, Knoxville News Sentinel. Brittney, it looked like last night it didn't matter what the score was. You guys seemed oblivious to the scoreboard the way you were playing, effort-wise. When you were down double digits, first half, second half, it just didn't seem to phase you at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you have to do. It's the NCAA tournament. No matter what the score is, we've seen upsets in our own gym with Albany and Florida, and they fought back. So for us, we just had to keep playing. We knew that if we just stick to our game plan, like Coach said, and we played our scheme and we played tough and we matched their physicality, that we would come out victorious. And he told us in the room before we started the game, you know, let our toughness determine the winner. And we out-toughed them, and we just played our game. You know, at any given night, at any given moment, if a team gives you that chance to beat them, you have to take advantage of it, and that's what we did.
Other questions for the student athletes? Ladies, thank you very much. We're going to excuse you back to the locker room.